In this crazy world, it's so hard to unwind. So I'm taking time just for me. Gonna find my peace, let my soul be free. In the quiet moments, that's where I'll find a little room to breathe and leave it all behind. Give me room to breathe, I need some time to heal my heart, to clear my mind. Gonna love myself, yeah, I believe in the power of me. Just give me room to breathe.
Great new day to all my self-care friends and family. Welcome back to our Room to Breathe podcast. I am your host, Life Coach 614, and I just want to say welcome to each and every one of you. I am so thankful and grateful that you've made room to be here with us today. Now, before we jump into today's episode, I need for everyone to do me a quick favor. If you are feeling the vibes, go ahead and show us some love. Tap the screen, like, comment. Most importantly, I need for everyone to share this out with someone who could use a little healing energy today. And if this is your first time here or you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that follow button. Subscribe to our channel so that way you are always tapped in when a new episode drops. I also want to personally invite each and every one of you to visit our digital home at theselfcareclub.org, where you will find everything you need from affirmative apparel to motivational merch, as well as a ton of free resources to help nourish your growth and remind you that you are supported every step of the way. Just know that you don't have to do this alone. We are healing in community, growing one breath, one moment, one day at a time. So today, I encourage you to give yourself permission to pause, to make space for peace, for growth, but most importantly, make room for you. And remember, if anything in today's episode hits home, be sure to drop those green hearts in the chat. That is our community's way of saying I am healing, I am growing, and I am showing up for me. Now, let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together. Yeah, I'm over here so excited today because this episode right here, I don't want y'all to just listen to it. Like, I want y'all to walk through this with me. Yesterday in our conversation, I touched on the whole childhood song about going on a bear hunt. And I was like, you know what? It'll be fun today for me to take y'all through there. Okay. She said, let me brace myself. No, girl, we about to have fun. Okay. We about to have fun. And so I want y'all to walk through this one with me. Not in your head, right? Not halfway, but I want y'all to be fully present. I'm going to need y'all to engage with me today. Okay. Yeah, like that story, or, you know, the story of a bear hunt isn't really just a story, right? It's a mirror. And so today I'm going to hold that mirror up and we're going to have fun in the process. So wherever you are right now, right? Wherever you are right now, I want you to just pause for a second. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Let your shoulders drop. And listen, I need you to think about this honestly. And y'all know it's a lesson. Y'all know it's a message in here, okay? So just walk with me, okay? We're going to use a lot of emojis today, y'all. All right. So I want to start this off by asking you, have you ever said yes to something before you felt ready? Like, have you ever walked into a new season with more faith than clarity? Told yourself, I got this, while your spirit was still trying to catch up. See, that's the space that we're stepping into today, right? That space between confidence and uncertainty, between movement and fear, between what you said you wanted and what it's actually requiring of you. Elevated Awakenings, Monique, welcome in, girl. And you know, listen, I think a lot of us, we're in motion right now, right? We got a new mindset. We set new boundaries, you know, this new level of healing, right? But if we're being real, everything new comes with something unfamiliar, right? And unfamiliar has a way of making you question yourself. So today, we're not running from that feeling, right? We're going to walk straight into it together, right? Because that's what we do around here, right? We heal together in a community out loud, right? So listen, if you have ever stepped into something new, even if you felt like you weren't fully ready, if you've ever had to hype yourself up just to keep going, or if you've ever been in a season where you're figuring it out as you go, right? We just winging it. I want you to drop the walking emoji in the chat. Welcome in, Papa Swerve. Again, if you've ever stepped into something new and you weren't fully ready, but you was walking by faith, y'all. Or if you've ever had to hype yourself up just to keep going. Or if you're just in that season of, I'm going to do it, but I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I'm trying to figure it out. Drop the walking emoji. Let me see those walking emojis. Cool. I ain't the only one. I got a couple people walking with me, right? Because this walking emoji right now is your way of saying, I may not have it all together, but I'm still moving, right? So y'all, I told y'all yesterday, I used to be a kindergarten teacher. And one of my favorite songs to do with the kiddos is We're Going on a Bear Hunt. But we're going to reimagine this, right? Jada, welcome in. We are going to reimagine this story. And I'm going to flip this kindergarten song into an adult lesson, okay? A very adult lesson. So today, y'all, we're going on a bear hunt. And so as we go through this, I'm going to ask you guys to drop several emojis that align with this. That lets me know that you on this bear hunt with me. Don't have me out here looking for a bear by myself, y'all. All right. So we're going on a bear hunt, looking for a bear. It's a beautiful day and I'm not scared. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself, right? So if you've ever had to hype yourself up just to move forward, what we gonna put in the chat, y'all? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've ever had to hype yourself up before moving forward. So you tell yourself, I'm going on a bear hunt. I'm looking for a bear. It's a beautiful day and I'm not scared. So that's me. I'm not scared, y'all, right? So as we going on this bear hunt, we done encountered our first encounter, right? We've come up on some long wavy grass. Y'all, this grass is tall. Is there a grass emoji? Let me see some grass emojis. Long wavy grass. And guess what? I can't go over it. I can't go under it. I can't go around it. So I gotta go through it. All right, y'all, we about to go through this grass. Get your arms ready because we're going to have to swish this grass out the way. I don't know if there's a grass emoji, but somebody better be walking through it with me. Come on, y'all. Swish, 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 swish. Get the grass out your way. Come on. All right. So again, drop the grass emoji, a flower, something, y'all. Give me something green. Give me the trees, something, right? If you've ever had to push through something uncomfortable, right? Let me see those green, the plant. There we go. Pretty girl, you got it. Jada, you got it. Come on, y'all. Swish, swish, swish. Because we got to get through this grass. I ain't trying to stay in here too long. It's itchy. I'm allergic to grass. Thank you very much, Smurf. All right. So cool. We made it through the grass. Come on, y'all. We going on a bear hunt, looking for the bears. I feel like I got to give y'all the full effect. It's supposed to be. Let me adjust the mic. Listen, it's supposed to be. That's the beat, y'all. Going on a bear hunt. Looking for a bear. It's a beautiful day. And I'm not scared, right? I'm thinking about turning around a little bit, but I ain't scared. I got this. Oh, y'all want water? Cool. Because I see a deep, cold river in front of us. Y'all, where that river emoji, where that water emoji at? Because in front of us is a deep, cold river. Y'all wanted water? We got water. And guess what? I can't go over it. I can't go under it. I can't go around it. I gotta go through it. Can y'all swim? I hope y'all can swim because we're going to have to get through this river. Okay? Come on, y'all. Let's start swimming. Who swim like this? Come on, Navy man. Guide us through. All right, listen, y'all. I'm through the river, right? Drop an emoji or drop the water emoji, the river, whatever y'all got, right? Drop them swimming emojis. If you've been in your feelings, but you still show up anyway. If you've been in your feelings, but you still showing up anyway, where that swim emoji at? All right, cool. I ain't the only one. All right, let's keep it moving because we're going on a bear hunt. Looking for the bears. It's a beautiful day. And I'm not scared. Okay, listen. I know my voice ain't as loud as it was in the beginning because I am a little bit nervous. Because in front of us now, I see thick, ooey, gooey mud. Drop some brown circles. Drop some brown circles if y'all see the mud. And if you see the mud, you know we can't go over it. Not Brooks, drop the poo. That's cool. That's cool. Go ahead. Drop them the brown poo emojis because that's what mud look like, y'all. You right. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We can't go around it. So y'all, we gotta go through it. All right, y'all, roll your pants legs up because we fitting a trek through this mud. Let's go. My sound effects are top notch and y'all know it, right? Listen, drop those brown emojis if you've ever felt stuck but refused to quit. Listen. All right. It's messy, y'all, but we done made it through. All right. We done got through the mud. We done swam through the river. We done got through the grass. Carry on. We're going on a bear hunt. Looking for the bears. And it's a beautiful day. And I'm not scared. Okay, at this point, I'm now just really trying to convince myself because I'm freaking scared. Okay, Mars? I'm afraid. I am nervous because I don't know what's next. And, oh, great. It's a forest. It's a big, dark forest. Lady Blue, welcome in just in time. It is a big, dark forest in front of us. What emojis y'all got? Where them trees at? And as I look ahead in this big dark forest, I know. I can't go over it. I can't go under it. I can't go around it. What we gonna do? What we gonna do, y'all? We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We can't go around it. We gotta go through it. We gotta go through it. All right. Anybody got a flashlight? I don't think we're allowed to have a match in the forest because we might burn it down. Anybody got a flashlight? We going through it? Okay, fine. Let's go through it. Walk. Come on, y'all. Okay, pretty girl got a flashlight. At least one of us brought a flashlight. She the smartest one. We on this bear hunt. Keep walking. You got one on your phone? Cool, let's go. Get through the trees. Drop those trees emojis if you've ever felt lost, but you kept moving anyway. Whew. All right, y'all. I hope we almost through there. But we made it through the trees. Let's go. Not Brooks trying to chop the trees down. Brooks, you going to jail. Don't chop the trees down. Come on, y'all. We going on a bear hunt. Looking for the bears. It's a beautiful day. And I'm not scared. But something in my spirit feels different now, right? You said she watched Naked and Afraid. I know, right? All right, y'all, listen. I hate to break it to you, but here in Ohio, we be going through all the seasons in one day. So I hope you warm because there is a swirling winter whirling snowstorm in front of us. We done made it through all that, but now we got to get through the snow. Let me see some snow emojis. It's Blue's favorite thing. Where them snowflakes at? Because it is starting to snow. It is a big snowstorm. It is a blizzard I can barely see. And baby, listen, I can't go over it. I can't go under it. Ain't no way to get around it. So Blue, we got to go through it. Papa Smurf said this some bullshit. Listen, y'all, we got to go through it. Lace your boots up, zip your coats up, because we finna walk through it. No, you can't see what's in front of you. Just trust the process. Have faith, y'all. We're going through it. Let's go. It's so cold. Let's go through it. Drop those snowflake emojis if you ever had a season where absolutely nothing made sense, but you were still going through it. Let's go. So cold. Run. Hurry up. You can't feel your hands? Listen, I can't feel nothing. Let's go. All right. Going on a bear hunt. Looking for a bear. It's a beautiful day. I'm not scared, but I still feel like something is waiting on me. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see what I see? It's a dark cave. I know your batteries for the flashlight in your phone dead by now. I mean, through the snowstorm, through the river. Honey, we done been through everything but the fire. Brooke says she calling it Uber. Girl, bye. It's a cave in front of us. It is a dark cave. It is a dark cave, y'all. I said I'm not scared. All right, y'all. Let's tiptoe. Tiptoe in the cave. Tiptoe. Is there a cave emoji? I need some darkness, some cave emoji, something, y'all. Come on, tiptoe through. Tiptoe. Who's playing music? Turn it off. We trying to go through the cave. Tiptoe. What's that? Do y'all see it? I see two big eyes, a shiny, wet nose, two big furry ears. Shit, it's the bear. Who got the bear? It's a bear. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, drop a bear emoji if you've ever come face to face with something that you've been avoiding. You've ever just come face to face. Where's the bear emoji at, y'all? You all of a sudden have walked up on something and you like, oh my God, I did not want to do this. I knew this day was coming. Listen, I don't know what y'all doing, but we finna run. Heart racing. Listen, everybody, we about to run. Run back through the cave. Come on, y'all, run. What y'all waiting on? Run. Get back through the snowstorm. Ooh, so cold, so cold, so cold. Okay, cool. Keep running. Run through the forest. Get through the trees. Come on, y'all. Through the mud. All right, we at the river. Swim back. Y'all slow with these emojis. I'm out of here. All right, go through the grass. Squish, 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 squish. All right, somebody open the door. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Open the door. Open it. Shut it. Lock it. I'm tired. And guess what? I ain't never, ever, ever, ever going on a bear hunt again. Now listen, y'all. First of all, you ain't never felt that story if you ain't been in a room with a bunch of 5-year-olds who done ran for their life after you tell them that you done found this bear. All right? Hope that's fun. Hey, Sheila. Welcome in. That's Coach Shishi. Girl, how you doing? Mika, I see you. Welcome in. Monique's still running. Listen, did we get everybody? Did everybody make it back in? Drop a door emoji if you made it home. Because listen, we're going to have to send a search party. Papa Smurf is going to lead the search party. He didn't know it, but he is. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, listen, I see the doors. Krista made it. Brooks made it. Pretty girl made it. Who else made it in? Where's the door emoji? Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf made it, but he's staring at me real hard. Like, why I gotta do it? Butterfly made it. Melody made it. I think we got everybody. YouTube. Y'all okay over there? Mika made it. Who else? Nobody else? Monique, you good? Coach Shishi, you good? Roxy, come on, get in here. Get in the room. Don made it. Lady Blue made it. Okay, cool. Listen, I think we got everybody. I think. Y'all just keep looking out the window. Open the door as needed, okay? Now listen. Let me break this down for y'all. Why I was just looking real crazy telling some grown folks about this bear hunt. Remember, we started this journey saying it's a beautiful day and I'm not scared. Every time, right? And I believe you meant that, right? That wasn't fake confidence. That was real. That was you stepping into something with hope, with courage, with a vision of how it could go, right? But there's a part that we don't always talk about, right? See, confidence sounds loud at the beginning. Remember, we was in it, right? It was bold, it was certain, it was almost effortless. And that's until life starts adding pressure. When them obstacles started coming up, right? When the grass got thick and the water got cold and the path became unclear, right? When things stop feeling light, shit start feeling real, right? Thank you. And somewhere along the way, that same voice that said, I'm not scared, starts whispering something different. That voice that said, I'm not scared, starts saying, hold on now. Maybe this too much, right? Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I should just turn around. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow. So let's be honest. It wasn't that we became weak. It wasn't that we suddenly lost our strength. It's that our confidence was finally met with resistance. And resistance will always reveal what your confidence is rooted in. I'm going to say it again. Resistance will always reveal what your confidence is rooted in. So think about it. Was your confidence rooted in excitement, or was it rooted in commitment? Because excitement, that will get you started every time, right? Excitement, it'll start the party, but only commitment will see things through. And that's the shift, right? That's the moment where this stops being some cute little chant and it becomes a real life decision. And I'm still going. Even now that it's uncomfortable, even now that I don't feel so sure, even now that it's asking more of me than I expected it to. Thank you for the gifts, right? Because see, a lot of us, we don't quit in the beginning. We quit in the middle. We quit when it stops feeling good. We quit when it stops looking clear. We quit when it starts requiring growth instead of just intention. But I need you guys to hear me clearly. The moment that your confidence starts shaking is not a sign for you to stop. That's the moment where your growth actually begins. So let me ask you something. Where in your life did you start saying, I'm not scared, but now you're starting to second guess yourself? And is it really fear, or is it just the weight of becoming who you said you wanted to be? Because, you thought you were ready. You walked in bold, chest high, head high, right? Heart open, vision clear. You said, yes, coach, we going on a bear hunt with conviction. Okay? You made the move. You stepped into that new space like, cool, this is mine. I'm becoming her. Yes. And in that moment, you meant every single bit of it. Because readiness doesn't always come with having all the answers, right? Sometimes it comes from a deep knowing that you're just supposed to go. But here's what life does. Life doesn't test you before you start. Life tests you after you commit. After you've already said yes. After you've already stepped out on it. After people have seen you moving differently, right? That glow up, that healing brings. After there's no easy way to go back to who you were. See, that's when those questions show up. They don't show up. You don't question yourself at the door. Right? When I said we going on the bear hunt, y'all was cool with it. Y'all was like, cool, coach, let's go. But by the time we hit that snowstorm, y'all was like, now hold on. I don't know about this. Right? It was in the middle of the journey. Y'all started questioning things. And it's the same way in life, right? When things take longer than you expect them to, when it gets quieter than you thought it would be, when the support doesn't look like you imagined it, when you realize this requires a version of you that you haven't quite fully grown into yet. Thank you, butterfly. And that's where the shift happens. Because in the beginning, you were operating on a belief, right? But now you're stretched into the becoming. And becoming will always feel unfamiliar. It will challenge your habits, expose your fears. Exactly, Roxy. It's going to interrupt your comfort. And it's going to ask you to show up in ways that you never had to before. So when your confidence starts to shake, it's not because you weren't called. It's because you're actually being developed. You're in the season of becoming. And let me be real for a second. Some of us thought we were ready for the outcome. Baby, I went on the bear hunt. And if I went on the bear hunt, that means I'm looking for the bear, right? So I thought I was ready until I was standing nose to nose with that bear, honey. And all of a sudden, things felt different. I got exactly what I was searching for. I thought I was ready for the outcome, but we weren't prepared for the process. So, think about it. How many times did we think we were ready for something in life? And then when God gave it to us, we're like, what'd I do with it? We wanted the peace, but not the boundaries that it required. Thank you for the follow. We wanted the growth, but not the discomfort that comes with it. We wanted that next level, but not the discipline to sustain it. So when things get hard, we question the decision, right? When really we're just in the middle of that transformation. So I want to ask you, where did your confidence shift? Was it when it stopped feeling easy? Was it when things didn't go according to plan? Was it when you had to stand alone? Was it when you realized that you couldn't carry old habits into the new season? And see, here's the real question underneath that. Did your confidence shift, or did your awareness just expand? Because sometimes it's not that you're less capable. It's that you're more aware of what this actually requires now. And that can feel heavy, right? That's the weight. But don't confuse the weight with wrong. The weight is responsibility. It is growth. It is alignment stretching you into capacity. So no, you weren't wrong for thinking that you were ready. You just didn't know what ready was going to ask of you yet. And let's just go ahead and talk about the truth of going through it, right? Because in every single obstacle, we learned that we had to go through it. We couldn't go over it, under it, around it. We had to go through it. Every single obstacle said the same thing. And that repetition wasn't just part of the rhyme, right? There's a message in that. Because that's life. Not everything in life comes with an exit. Not everything comes with a shortcut. Not everything is negotiable. Some things you don't get to skip. We live in a world that teaches us how to avoid discomfort, right? Oh, this makes you uncomfortable. Scroll past it, numb it, distract yourself from it, pray it away without doing the work. Call it protecting your peace when really you're just postponing the process. But see, real life, real healing, real growth, it will sit right in front of something and say, this right here, you're going to have to walk through it. That conversation that you keep putting off, that boundary that you know you need to set, the grief that you haven't allowed yourself to feel, the version of you that has been needing a release, the accountability that you've been avoiding, you can't go over it. No amount of success is going to bypass it. No amount of busyness is going to cover it up. You can't go under it. You can't shrink yourself to avoid it. You can't silence your needs to keep the peace. You can't go around it. You can't keep choosing different people, different environments, different distractions, and expect that lesson not to follow you. Because here's the truth that we don't always want to hear. What you avoid doesn't disappear. It just repeats. Same lesson, different face. Different situation, same feeling. Until you finally decide, I'm not running this time. And that going through it, going through it means feeling what you tried not to feel. Saying you were what you were scared to say. Standing in the truth, even if it costs you your comfort. Letting go of what's familiar to make space for what's aligned. It means choosing growth over temporary relief. But see, here's the part that I want you to hold on to. Going through it is how you get free. Not around it, not over it, not under it, but through it. Tania, Krista, welcome in. See, going through it is where the clarity lives. That's where strength is built. That's where peace becomes real, not performative. So I ask you, what have you been trying to go around that life keeps placing right back in front of you? And what would it look like if this time you just walk through it? Yeah, I remember the mud, the forest, the storm, right? That's the messy middle of our story. That part right there, that's where this shift is. Because in the beginning, everything felt exciting. Y'all were like, cool, let's go. I'm enjoying this. We got energy. We got a vision. We got momentum. We were clear on what we wanted. And we were moving with intention. But then when you get to the middle is where things get real, right? Where shit got real, right? That's where it slows down. The middle, that messy middle, is where it gets uncomfortable. That's where things stop looking like the picture you had in your head. And see, for a lot of people, that's where they stop. Not because they're incapable, not because they weren't called, but because it doesn't feel like progress anymore. So we start a project, we have an idea, we start moving, right? But then suddenly it feels heavy. It feels confusing. It feels like you're putting in effort and not seeing results. It feels like you're stuck in something that doesn't match the vision that you started with. That mud, that's when everything feels sticky. Like every step you take requires more energy than it should. Like you're trying to move forward, but something keeps pulling at you. Old habits, old thoughts, old patterns. That forest, that's when you can't see things clearly. You don't know if you're going the right way. You start second guessing yourself. questioning your decisions, wondering if you took a wrong turn somewhere. The storm is where everything feels overwhelming, right? Emotions are high, clarity is low. You're doing the best that you can to just keep going, but internally you're like, what is happening right now? And see, here's the truth. None of that felt good. Stomping through the mud, running through the forest, getting through the snow. None of it feels good. None of it looks like progress. There's no applause in that part. No visible wins. No clear confirmation that we're doing the right thing or headed the right direction. It's just you and the decision to keep moving forward. And see, that's why a lot of people quit in the middle, because they mistake discomfort for misalignment. This doesn't feel right, so it must be wrong. They think if this was meant for me, it wouldn't be this hard. But that's not always true. Sometimes it's hard because you're growing. Sometimes it's uncomfortable because you're changing. Sometimes it feels unclear because you're no longer the person that you used to be. But you haven't fully stepped into the person you're becoming yet. And so that middle space, that messy middle, that's transformation. And transformation is not pretty. It's not polished. It's not something that you can package up and post in real time. It's slow. It's quiet. It is internal. But even in all of that, you're still moving. Even when it felt slow, you didn't stop. Even when it felt messy, you didn't quit. Even when you didn't have all the answers, you kept going. Thank you, Connor. And that matters more than you realize, because progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like showing up when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it looks like taking one small step when you used to take none. Sometimes it looks like staying when the old version of you would have walked away. So don't dismiss the middle just because it doesn't feel good. That mud is building endurance. The forest is building trust. And that winter storm is just building strength. And when you come out on the other side, you won't just have, what you were going after. You'll have become someone who can actually handle it. Y'all remember when we first went through, it was difficult. When we saw that bear and we had to hurry up and get home, we ran through all that stuff with ease. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. I can swim. I can run. I can make it through the mud. I can do all the things. Because on the way there, we were on a mission. We got to the cave. And see, the cave is where the truth lies. Right? That cave isn't just part of the story. That cave was the moment where everything got real. Because up until that point, we were just moving through obstacles. Right? But the cave is where you have to come face to face with yourself. That's the thing that you've been avoiding, right? The conversations that you keep rehearsing in your head, but you never say out loud. The boundary that you know you need to set, but you're worried how it's going to be received. The healing that you keep putting off because it means sitting with the emotions that you've been trying to outrun. That's the truth that you already know, but you haven't fully accepted. And see, the cave is quiet. There's no distractions there. No noise, no crowd, no performance. It's just you and what's real. And that's why it feels so heavy. Because in that space, you can't pretend. You can't bypass. You can't dress it up and make it more comfortable. You have to see it for what it is. And that's where most people hesitate. Not because they don't want growth, but because growth requires honesty. Honesty will ask you questions like, why did you stay longer than you should have? Why did you shrink yourself to keep the peace? Why are you holding on to something that is clearly not aligned? Why do you keep choosing what feels familiar over what's actually healthy? See, those are cave questions, right, Roxy? And they don't come with easy answers. And I mean, hate to state the obvious, but then there's the bear, right? Because it's not just the truth that we're facing. It's the fear attached to it. That bear represents our fear of being misunderstood, our fear of disappointing people, the fear of letting go, the fear of what happens next, the fear of stepping into a version of you that feels unfamiliar. Sometimes it's deeper than that, right? For some of us, it's a fear of realizing that you deserve more and knowing that that means you cannot go back to the things that you've been tolerating. So when you see the bear, it feels big. It feels overwhelming. It feels like something that you're not yet ready to deal with. But let's shift that perspective for a moment. The bear isn't there to destroy you. I know it's a bear, but I'm telling you now, the bear isn't there to destroy you. The bear is there to reveal something. It's revealing what you've been avoiding. It reveals what you've been afraid to face. It reveals the exact place where your growth is waiting. Because the truth is, that cave holds clarity. But you have to be willing to sit in the dark long enough to see it. And I know everything in you might want to turn around and run at that point. You want to turn around and go back to what's familiar, to retreat to what feels safe, to say, you know what, I'll deal with this later. But here's the cost of that. Every time you avoid the cave, you delay your own freedom. Every time you run from the bear, you reinforce fear. And every time you choose comfort over the truth, you stay in a cycle that was meant to be broken. So let me ask you this. What is your cave right now? What is the space that you've been avoiding? Because you already know, what it's going to require from you. So what's your cave right now? And what's the bear? What fear is sitting right there waiting for you to either face it or run from it again? Because the moment that you stop running is the moment that everything starts to change. Not because it gets easier right away, but because it gets real. And real is where healing begins. When we started this out today, we said that we were looking for something, right? Story of our life, right? We set out looking for growth and we find ourselves, right? So when you have a goal, when something is calling you forward, it's like we say that we're looking for something specific, something better, something different, right? More peace, more clarity, more alignment, a new version of your life that feels lighter and healthier, more like you, right? And that desire is real, right? That's our spirit pulling us forward. But what we don't always realize is that growth doesn't just give you what you ask for. It introduces you to who you have to become in order to handle it. So You start the journey thinking that you're chasing purpose, healing, elevating. But what you actually run into is yourself. Not the polished version, not the version that you show the world, but the real you. Your habits, your patterns, your triggers, your coping mechanisms, your truths. And the way, you respond under pressure, the way the things that you tolerate, the ways that you shrink, avoid, overgive, overthink. And that can feel like a plot twist because you thought you were going after something external, only to realize that the real work is internal. Right? That's why it gets uncomfortable. Because now it's not about them. It's not about the situation. It's not about what happened. Now it's about how you show up in it. And that requires a level of honesty that most people just aren't ready for. That's the moment where you start asking yourself, why do I keep choosing this? Why do I stay in things that don't serve me? Why do I avoid what I know I need to face? Why do I doubt myself when it's time for me to fully step into who I'm becoming? And see, that's where the real growth begins. Not when everything feels aligned, but when you're willing to look at yourself without judgment and say, okay, this is what needs to change. Because remember, growth isn't just about adding new things. Sometimes it's releasing old versions of you. The version of you that people pleased. The version of you that stayed silent. The version of you that settled. The version of you that avoided hard truths just to stay comfortable. And yeah, that process isn't always pretty. And it's not always easy. But it's always necessary. Because the life that you said that you wanted requires a version of you that is honest and accountable and aligned. So when you ran into that bear, it wasn't just fear. It wasn't a rejection. That was a moment where you had to decide, am I going to keep running? Right? Am I going to keep running from myself? Or am I really going to finally face who I'm becoming? And that right there, that's the difference between wanting growth and actually walking in it. So I ask you, what did you think you were going after? And what did this journey reveal to you about it instead? Because sometimes the biggest discovery isn't about what's out there. It's about who you are when you finally stop running. See, running didn't remove the journey, right? When we ran back, it felt like a relief at first, like you escaped something, like y'all got out of there just in time. Our hearts were racing, our adrenaline was high, right? We kept telling ourselves, I knew I shouldn't have gone that far. I knew I shouldn't have went on this bear hunt with Coach. I was not ready for that. I'll deal with it later. And for a moment, we felt safe, right? But let me tell y'all what really happened on that bear hunt today. You didn't skip the journey. You repeated it. You still had to go back through the cave. You had to go back through the cave. You had to go back through the storm, back through the forest, through the mud, through the river, through the grass, right? Every single thing that you already went through, you had to go through it again. This time, you just did it faster, more chaotic, less intentional, more reactive, and if we're being real, more exhausting. Can anybody admit it was fun when we went through it the first time? But that second time we had to run for our life, right? Because on that way back, we weren't moving forward with purpose. We were just running from our fear. And fear will rush you. It will overwhelm you. It will make everything feel heavier than it actually is. That mud that was already hard to walk through, now you're slipping in it. That forest that you were already unsure of, now you're panicking through it. That storm where you couldn't see things clearly, now you're disoriented in it. Nothing got easier. It just got more intense. And that's what avoidance does. It doesn't remove the obstacle. It removes your presence in the process. It takes away your ability to move with intention, to learn, to grow through it. It replaces it with urgency and anxiety and emotional burnout. Because now you're not just choosing the journey, you're reacting to it. And over time, that creates a cycle. You approach something, you feel the pressure, you run. You reset. You try it again, you hit the same wall, you run again. Different situations, same pattern. Same emotions, same resistance, same exhaustion. Until one day you realize, I'm tired. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Tired of starting over. Tired of repeating lessons. Tired of carrying the weight of things that were meant to be faced, not avoided. And that's the moment where everything can shift. Thank you. Because now it's not about fear anymore. It's about freedom. You start asking yourself, what if I just went through it this time? What if I stay? What if I slow down instead of running? What if I faced it fully so I don't have to keep coming back here? Because the truth is, avoidance feels like protection in the moment. But over time, it becomes exhaustion. It drains your energy. It delays your growth. It keeps you looping in cycles that you've outgrown. And the way out isn't running faster. It's choosing to stop, to turn around, and to walk through it fully, intentionally, and honestly. Because the journey doesn't disappear when you run. It just waits for you to come back. And when you're ready, really ready, you won't run this time. You'll walk through it and you'll finally be done with it. So let me ask you, and I want you to really sit with this. Don't rush past this. What are you telling yourself that I'm not scared about, but deep down, you know you've been avoiding it? What are you standing in front of right now, trying to sound confident about, while your spirit is still quietly saying, this is the part that I've been putting off? Because awareness like that, that's not something to ignore. It's an invitation. An invitation to stop running, to stop circling the same lesson, to stop exhausting yourself trying to avoid what's meant to free you. If this episode spoke to you, if you felt even a little pull in your spirit, I want you to drop a green heart in the chat. And it's not for me, it's for you. Because that green heart is you acknowledging, I see it now, right? I get it. I feel it now. I'm not pretending I don't know anymore. Yes. And listen, if you're ready, really ready to take it a step further, I want you to name your bear. You don't have to go into full detail, but I just want you to call it what it is. Type one word, one phrase, or, something that represents the thing that you've been avoiding. If you don't want to say it, just drop the bear emoji. But I want you to name your bear. And when I say name your bear, what are you afraid of? Because again, there is power in naming it. There is power in bringing it out of hiding. And maybe this time, instead of running back, instead of convincing yourself that you'll deal with it later, maybe you stay. Maybe you just sit with it. You breathe through it. You face it. You walk through it step by step, even if it's slow, even if it's uncomfortable. All the way through it. Because on the other side of that, that's not just relief, that's your freedom. Now, as always, I want to leave you all with a little extra love and light. I am here every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to encourage you to keep breathing through the highs, the lows, and every single moment in between. I want you to keep choosing peace, even if it feels out of reach. And know that here at the Self-Care Club, you will always be seen, always valued, and always supported. So don't you be afraid to take up space, speak your truth, and make a little room for you to breathe. I love each and every one of you to life. And I am praying that your day is not just amazing, but aligned, intentional, and yes, on purpose, filled with purpose. This has been another Room to Breathe podcast, and I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Thank you.